When Doom Eternal was recently updated and put in the Super Gore Master level, there was a change to the Ancient Gods DLC that wasn't written down anywhere. I went through the update for changelog on the Slayers Club website and I couldn't find it listed, but there was people who discovered that the Holt Slayer Gate was updated to be a lot harder. When I played the Ancient Gods for the first time, I did feel like the Slayer Gate was a bit too easy in the Holts, but I didn't think it was something that id Software needed to alter. The original Slayer Gate in the Holt included a number of Barons, a handful of Bloodmakers, and finally a Marauder as a final boss encounter of sorts. The fodder enemies were normal Maker drones and gargoyles, and this Slayer Gate wasn't that difficult at all. For the final map of this expansion, I think Doom Eternal players expected there to be a harder challenge when you reached the Slayer Gate. However, now with Update 4, id Software made things a lot more tricky. The Slayer Gate in the Holt is still in the same spot and everything, but the demons that you face are completely different and are much more challenging to deal with. The new Slayer Gate starts out with 3 fucking Archviles, which already sounds brutal enough, but they also added the Shield Soldiers and Carcasses as fodder enemies this time. These guys just get in your way and make the Slayer Gate even more difficult. But once you clear out the group of Archviles, there are some Bloodmakers that you need to kill. This might be the toughest wave for me personally, since I have pretty bad aim sometimes and you need to get a clean headshot in a short window of time to kill them. I would use the Chrono Strike room to slow down time, but I don't ever use it in my regular play, so it's instead going to take me a while to get used to the rune, and that's going to waste more of my time. Instead, I just try and take out the Bloodmakers using the Ballista, so that way I can still be mobile, and when a couple of them die, the Dread Knights and Doom Hunters spawn. This is a tough section, but it's definitely manageable. We haven't even got to the feature presentation yet, and already this Slayer Gate is harder than the one pre-updates. The big bad threat of this Slayer Gate comes after you have defeated the Dread Knights and Doom Hunters, and it's a possessed fucking Marauder. He wouldn't be so bad if there wasn't Carcasses constantly in your way. The Carcass is one of those enemies you love to hate, and I wouldn't change them in any way. They deny you the space that you need to move around the arena to bait out the Marauder, and this is brutal design right here. On top of that, the way that the arena is constructed is genius. The arena has many vantage points and has a ton of verticality to it, which makes it easier to get away from the Marauder when you're getting close to death, but on the other side of the coin, the arena makes it hard to bait the Marauder into flashing his eyes green due to the sloped terrain. This Slayer Gate is up there as one of the most difficult sections in Doom Eternal, and that's also me counting the Super Gore Master level. I think it's even harder than that Master level, just because of how overwhelming the enemies are and how tricky it is to traverse this particular arena. I had to spend half an hour trying to figure out the Slayer Gate, and while it's challenging, it can be done, and once you beat it, you'll feel on top of the world. The Carcass is a fodder enemy in the Slayer Gate, so they'll just keep respawning, and there's no point to killing them besides for an easy glory kill. At least the arena is big, so you can keep away from the Marauder and restock on health, ammo, and armor. When you finally kill the Marauder and also take out the spirits, there's another Marauder that spawns in. Luckily, he's not possessed, and you can kill him like normal without having to get out the plasma rifle and destroy a spirit as well. This Slayer Gate might be the hardest fight in Doom Eternal, and I'm afraid to try this on Nightmare difficulty. I only scraped by on Ultra Violence, and there were many close calls where I could have died. Luckily, the arena is pretty big, so you can remain distant from the heavy demons so you can restock on resources. But either way, the Holt's new Slayer Gate is hard as fuck, yet enjoyable to master. I'm glad they updated this arena, because like other people have been saying, the old Slayer Gate was a bit of a pushover. Not anymore though, as this update has made it brutal. Thanks for watching.